Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Yank Sports Lab, where these are my Week 3 NFL predictions. And I'm going to start with today's game, the New York Giants versus San Francisco 49ers. So, my first pick is the 49ers to beat the Giants. Reason being, because the 49ers defense and offense is miles and miles ahead of this New York Giant team. This New York Giant team, I just see them getting demolished like they did week 1. And then you have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Cleveland Browns. And one team coming off a win in Tennessee and one team coming off a primetime loss on Monday night in the Cleveland Browns. And I would say Tennessee will keep it rolling. Reason being because Cleveland has just lost their best offensive weapon in Nick Chubb. So I don't really know what their offense will look like without him. But it's going to be a good game and a good test. So let's see how that one plays out. Then I got my Lions beating the Atlanta Falcons at 1 o'clock in our home Ford Field. After losing to Seattle last week, we will bounce back. We will not drop 2 in a row. So I'm going with my Lions to beat the Falcons. And then you got the Saints and the Packers. The Saints are the underdogs in this game, which is surprising after they beat Carolina on Monday night, beat Tennessee week 1. And then you had the Packers 1-1. And this is really just surprising, but I'm going to go ahead with the Saints to continue to keep that train rolling and go 3-0. Like they like to say in New Orleans, who that say they gonna beat them Saints. So I'm gonna keep the Saints going 3-0. And then in Miami, I got the Miami Dolphins at 1 o'clock beating Denver, making Denver go to 0-3 in the early season, and Miami to 3-0. And Miami's star quarterback Tua has been playing good so far. He missed most of last season with a concussion, so it's happy to see that so far he's not hurt and he's playing good. Cause we don't like to see the players, no matter who you play for, get injured or have your career shortened or anything. And then we got another 1 o'clock game with the Chargers versus the Vikings. Both teams 0-2. And I'm going to go with the Chargers, the lightning bolts, to light up that score. And I don't see Minnesota being able to keep up with them. The Chargers and their defense will finally get that win. And now we go to another game at 1 o'clock. The New England Patriots, who are 0-1 for the first time since 2001. Versus the New York Jets, who lost their quarterback week 1 of the season. And I believe the Jets will bounce back after losing 38-10 to the Dallas Cowboys. Even though the odds are against the Jets because it has been, I think, 14 or 15 straight matchups that the Jets has not beaten the Patriots. But I'm going with the Jets and their defense to finally get that win and, say, yep, they was able to beat the Patriots for once in the past decade, And now we're going with the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders, 1 o'clock, FedEx Field, sold out. Washington Commanders is 2-0. Buffalo got their first win last week, 38-10 against the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders. Sorry, Raiders fan. But Commanders will finally lose one after playing 2 cupcake matchups. The Bills will whoop the Commanders in FedEx Field, a sold-out FedEx Field at that. So, give me the Bills. And now you got the 0-2 Texans at 1 o'clock versus the 1-1 Jaguars in an interdivisional match. And I'm going with the Jaguars after losing 17-9 last week to the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then you got another 1 o'clock game, the Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm going with B-More to pick up the win at home against the Colts. The Colts starting rookie quarterback, I can't remember his name right now. I think it's, Anthony Richardson, yes, is out right now with a concussion. So I going Baltimore 2-0. And even if Anthony Richardson was playing, I would still be leaning towards Baltimore. Carolina versus the Seahawks. Sad to say, but the Seattle Seahawks will be getting their second win in a row after, week 2. They will be getting their second win in a row, and Carolina will be dropping to 0-3 in the season. And then we go to the 4 o'clock slate now. And you got the Bears versus the defending Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. The Bears quarterback looking like he still can't throw the ball. All he can do is run. You might as well put that man at running back and just put a backup in there or something for your starting quarterback, because that man, some hot garbage. But Kansas City Chiefs will go to 2-1 after losing to my Lions in the first week and then beating the Jaguars in the second week. Kansas City will go 2-1. Then you had the Cowboys playing another cupcake team. What is up with the NFL this year and giving the Cowboys 3 straight cupcake games in 3 straight weeks? But give me the Dallas Cowboys to beat the 0-2 Arizona Cardinals. Alright. Now, the Sunday night game, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Give me the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas at that. And then we go to the 2 Monday night games, the Eagles versus the Buccaneers and the Rams versus the Bengals. Buccaneers and Eagles are both 2-0, but the Eagles is a way better team. So give me the Philadelphia Eagles to beat Tampa Bay, and give me the Rams to beat the Bengals with the quarterback probably not playing. I would have to get more information on that, but give me the Rams to go 2-1 and the Bengals to drop 0-3. Oh, and for all the teams who I say gonna go 0-3, the Bengals, the Cardinals, the Bears, the Panthers, Houston, Patriots, Vikings, Broncos, all those teams right there, when you go to 0-3, it's a very, very slim chance of you making the playoffs. Not that many teams who have started 0-3 has made the NFL playoffs in the last couple of years. So it's hard to start 0-3 and think that you will make the NFL playoff. Thank you. This is another episode of Yank Sports Lab. Thank you for tuning in.